Amina, a soft-spoken 19-year-old orphan with sun-kissed skin and eyes as wide as sorrow, had lived under the iron rule of her wicked stepmother, Mama Zula, ever since her parents perished in a car crash in rural Kenya. Mama Zula, a loud, gold-obsessed woman with a permanently furrowed brow and long red nails, had only agreed to care for Amina to get control of her dead father's small inheritance, which she quickly squandered on lace wigs and poker, and now, desperate and cruel, she sought to rid herself of Amina by forcing her to marry Mzee Tembo, a blind beggar said to live in the mangled cottage at the edge of town, who people claimed once saw the world but now only touched it with his cane. But what no one knew, including Zula, was that Mzee Tembo was not only young but also not blind, and certainly not poor. He was Ezekiel Tembo, a billionaire tech genius who had returned to his homeland in secret, disillusioned by fake love and fame, longing to find a woman who could love him for his soul, not his empire. When Mama Zula struck a shady deal with a village elder to wed Amina off in exchange for a small dowry, Amina wept bitterly but obeyed, believing her fate sealed. But on the day of the wedding, she was stunned when Mzee Tembo, draped in rags, reached out his trembling hand and whispered in the gentlest voice, "Do not fear me, Amina. I will never hurt you." Days turned into weeks as she adjusted to life in the creaky cottage with the blind beggar, who asked for nothing, offered her his food, told her stories, and even painted images of the world with words so vividly she would forget her pain. Soon, Amina found herself opening her heart to this mysterious man with the silver beard and warm, unreadable eyes. But back at Zula's house, the stepmother was furious to learn that the blind man had paid no remaining dowry. Her greed ignited. She stormed toward the forest cottage to demand more, only to collapse in shock when she burst into the courtyard and found it filled with sleek black SUVs, suited bodyguards, and a marble fountain rising where weeds once grew. For the truth had finally come out. After testing Amina's heart for 6 months, Ezekiel had revealed his true identity, a reclusive billionaire who owned the world's biggest sustainable tech firm, his blindness only a disguise to escape fame and find genuine love. Amina was overwhelmed but speechless, tears pouring down as she realized the man she fell for in ragged robes and cracked glasses was the same face now beaming on TV screens and glossy covers. But Ezekiel didn't ask her to change. Instead, he got down on one knee, not in gold, but in bare feet, asking if she could love the real him, blind or not, poor or rich. "I already do," she whispered, "because your heart saw mine first." Mama Zula tried to beg for forgiveness, claiming she always saw potential in Mzee, but Ezekiel had her escorted off the estate. He gave her money, not out of duty, but so Amina would never feel pity for her. And so began Amina's new life, not in glitter or greed, but in grace. She transformed the estate into a school for orphans, ensuring no child would suffer as she once had. And Ezekiel, now truly seeing for the first time, followed her through every chapter, every storm, every sunrise, not as a billionaire hiding behind shadows, but as a man who once wore blindness to learn what love really looked like.